grand gala celebrations. The highlights right here on Jamaica Magazine, and getting ready for back to school, university level. Hello, I'm Arroyo Eubanks, and I trust you enjoyed our Independence Day celebration yesterday. We have a full lineup for you today, so let's get started with the top news stories.
Householders, business people, school administrators, protect yourself and your children from the chikungunya virus. Be on the alert. Help control the mosquito population. Chikungunya is a virus transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which breeds in and around your home, workplace, and school. Destroy breeding sites. Empty old tires and all other containers where water can settle. Bore holes in old cans. Cover water drums and garbage cans. Wash flower pots and vases and clean pet dishes regularly. Protect yourself from mosquito bites. Cover your body as much as possible and use mosquito repellent containing DEET. And if you're experiencing symptoms of chikungunya, a sudden high fever, headache, rash, nausea, pain, stiffness, or severe joint pains, see your doctor or go to the nearest health center.
Good day, I'm Tamara McHale, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, August 7. As Jamaica celebrated its 52nd year of independence on Wednesday, the nation's leaders called on citizens to take personal responsibility for creating the Jamaica they desired. In his message, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen spoke of the resilience and the indomitable spirit of the people, insisting that there was nothing wrong with Jamaica that could not be fixed by what was right with Jamaica.
I encourage all of you to look beyond our present difficulties and work for the prize of which we dream. Jamaica, the place of choice in which to live, work, raise our families, and do business. We can achieve that goal.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, meanwhile, zeroed in on the 2014 festival theme, "This is Jamaica, My Jamaica."
It is only when we truly internalize the view that this is Jamaica, my Jamaica, that we can give our all to this rock. We have to unite for a common purpose. We must have a sense that we are indeed stakeholders. We have to take responsibility and be accountable for our actions. This is true sovereignty and independence.
A similar message was shared by the leader of the opposition, Andrew Holness, who asserted that regardless of the constraints of the global order of things, Jamaica had opportunities and prospects which could be used to spur growth and development.
The youth of Jamaica must become more vocal and active in defining the future that they would want to see for themselves. The post-independent leaders must emerge and take charge of piloting the future and rekindling the hope and optimism of Jamaica.
2 days of state mourning began Thursday morning for the late former Governor General Sir Howard Cook. The designated period of state mourning will run through to the end of the interment ceremony for Sir Howard on Friday, August 8 at National Heroes Park. During the period, the national flag is to be flown at half-mast at all government offices and national buildings from 8 a.m. until sundown. Also, no public, social, or official events or functions should be held. The state funeral for Sir Howard will be held at the Cathedral of the Most Holy Trinity on George Headley Drive in Kingston beginning at 10 Friday morning. State funerals are accorded governors general, prime ministers, and national heroes. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller officially opened segment 2 of the north-south leg of Highway 2000 on Tuesday, August 5. The roadway, which was built to international highway standards, bypasses the challenging Mount Russell Road, which the Prime Minister says has long outgrown its capacity.
The challenge of finding a solution to bypass the Bagwalk Gorge, Mount Russell and Fern Gully has been a long-standing one. The possibility, ladies and gentlemen, of building such a road had been studied for more than 40 years. Today's opening ceremony says in no uncertain manner that the studying is over and the work is well and truly underway.
Mr. Simsimile described the event as a proud moment in Jamaica's history and said the new roadway would cut commuter time, allowing business to save on transportation costs for their goods and services, which will ultimately bring economic gains for the country. Transport and Works Minister Dr. Omar Davies is inviting local private investors to come on board for the broader economic activities that are to be gained from the highway.
We need Jamaican entrepreneurs I can't expect them to invest 600 million US, but I would think that they have opportunities now to build on that investment.
The Prime Minister meanwhile announced that motorists will get to travel on the highway from Linstead to Monique free of charge for 1 month starting August 6 as a gift to the people in celebration of Jamaica's 52nd anniversary of independence. The Ministry of Health has confirmed the local transmission of chikungunya as there have been 2 cases involving persons with no travel history outside of Jamaica. At a press conference Thursday morning, Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson said the Caribbean Public Health Agency confirmed the positive results on Tuesday, August 5. In response, the ministry has implemented intense vector control activities, including fogging of the surrounding areas and communities in which the affected persons reside in 3-day cycles each week. This will continue for a period of 3 weeks.
Fever surveillance, and contact investigation is still taking place. We have also increased the capacity of the vector control teams across the island by providing additional equipment and supplies.
He said the public health team had put in place vector control measures at the commercial offices of one of the affected persons, and health educators were conducting education sessions and distributing material in the affected communities. The affected parishes include St. Thomas, St. Catherine, and Kingston and St. Andrew. The public is reminded that the best defense against chikungunya is to protect themselves from mosquito bites, and persons are urged to immediately visit their doctor or the nearest health center if they experience symptoms. And finally, the Agriculture Ministry has started the tagging of animals as a means to prevent predial larceny or catch the culprits. The first tagging took place on August 3 at Denby, kicking off the National Animal Identification and Traceability System.
We are now ready to roll out the island-wide tagging program beginning at Minard and Orange Hall Estates in St. Anne in September.
The animal tagging and traceability system is also an integral component of the ongoing animal health and food safety management program.
Through these various initiatives, the tagging and traceability system, the food safety modernization program, and our lab accreditation program, we continue to modernize the agricultural sector and to align it with international standards.
The tagging will go hand in hand with the issuing of an animal passport that will contain critical DNA and other information relating to each animal. The passport will be mandatory for the movement of the animals. And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thank you for watching.
The public is advised that the following roads in downtown Kingston will be temporarily closed to regular vehicular traffic on Friday, August 8 for the state funeral of Sir Howard Cook. From 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., South Camp Road between Marion Road and East Queen Street and all roads leading on will be closed except for VIPs and other mourners attending and leaving the funeral. JUTC buses and others traveling from the direction of Up Park Camp will be diverted onto Marion Road and connecting roads on their outward journey. Also, persons will not be allowed to access South Camp Road from the direction of the sea, East Queen Street or Victoria Avenue. JUTC buses will access South Camp Road by way of Victoria Avenue onto Upper Elletson Road leading to Marion Road. Only motorists attending the state funeral will be able to access North Street between South Camp Road and Duke Street, as well as all roads leading on. JUTC buses and the general traffic will be diverted left onto Duke Street. On reaching Hero Circle, they will make another left to West Hero Circle, right onto North Hero Circle, left onto Marasco Road, and left onto Caledonia Avenue Crossroads. East Street between Charles Street and South Hero Circle and all roads leading on will be closed to the general motoring public. Marasco Road between the corner of North Hero Circle and Connolly Avenue and Duke Street at South Hero Circle, as well as all roads leading on, will also be closed. Traffic coming from the crossroads direction along Marasco Road or from Connolly Avenue will be diverted along North Hero Circle in front of Woolmer's Boys School to access Torrington Avenue or Upper King Street and onwards. On the day, Almond Town and Kingston Garden residents will exit their communities by using Arnold Road, and if needed, can access Marasco Road from the east or north. Pay close attention to traffic wardens and abide by the temporary traffic changes this Friday, August 8, as the country celebrates the life of the late former Governor General, Sir Howard Cook.
Most people would know that Sir Howard was born in Goodwill, St. James. And Goodwill, St. James is one of the free villages that was established by the Presbyterian Church, which is now part of the United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands. And as a consequence, his life in the church began from an early age. I think many people think of him as teacher and as politician, but not many people remember the significant contributions he made to the church. And Sir Howard would have been raised at a time when the three pillars of the society would have been church, school, and state. And he really, to some extent, represented that in his life. He was a teacher, as we know. He served as Governor General and parliamentarian, but also was a lay pastor in the United Church. And not only that, if you were a teacher in his day, you were also part of the church for the most part, and that would involve him being organist, church school teacher, the substitute preacher when the minister wasn't in the worship service. So for years, Sir Howard served in those capacities. He was a member of the St. Paul's United Church in Montego Bay, and latterly he worshipped at Hope United in Kingston. In between, he served as lay pastor for the Farm Heights United Church, a congregation that evolved and grew under his leadership. In fact, he was instrumental in the construction of the sanctuary, and there is an early childhood institution that is associated with Farm Heights that is named after him. So he was a Governor General during the week, and on a Sunday he would put his robe and his cleric, well, he didn't wear clerics, but he would put his robe on and went to Farm Heights to serve the community, because he felt that his office as Governor General did not deny him the opportunity to continue to serve the church at the local level. And the Farm Heights community is renowned in terms of their understanding of his contribution to their life and their development. For many years, Sir Howard served as a delegate to what we call our regional councils and our synod. Our synod is the highest decision-making body or court of the church. Our synods were usually held annually, and Sir Howard would take time off from his busy schedule to come to the synod and participate in the conversations, the debates, and the activities of the synod. We subsequently moved the synod to a biannual arrangement, and in between you would have what we would call a convocation, and Sir Howard would serve in his capacity as lay pastor by attending those events. In between the synod, we have what is called a central mission council. That is the decision-making body outside of the synod. And for many years, Sir Howard served on that committee based on his expertise and based on his commitment to the church. He became an ex officio member of the Central Executive Committee, which has morphed into the Central Mission Council. And up till his passing, he was part of that committee as well. But his work was not just at that level of leadership. He was very instrumental in the establishment of what is called the Lay Persons Initiative. This was born out of the need to find additional resources to fund the mission activities of the church, our children's homes, our retirement homes, those other mission activities that we have. And he brought together lay persons of the United Church and formed them into a body which each year would raise funds towards these mission programs. In addition to which, he was part of the conceptualizers of the university that we own, the International University of the Caribbean, and was its first chancellor, and served on the governing body, and continued, I believe, to make significant contributions to the area of education.
Preparing for back to school can be a stressful task if not planned carefully. That's why it's important for you to make a list and deal with each task one at a time. Here are a few tips to consider when shopping for books. Before you buy any book, check with friends, neighbors, and family members for ones you can borrow. You should also check with schools, churches, and the community groups that may have a recycle book program, or stores that sell second-hand books. After you have done all that, check the prices at various bookstores in order to get the best price. You could also buy books that will be used early in the school year first, if you can't buy all at once. Act now and avoid the last-minute rush.
Transitioning from high school to university is a big step, and we want to make this process easy and simple for you. So here's what we did. We put together 8 tips that will guide you on a successful transition.
Someone please save us college kids. What my parents told me is what I did.
Students going off to colleges and universities in the upcoming school year, you're probably excited, scared, or having mixed feelings. You'll be greeted with an entirely new campus, an entirely new set of faces, and an entirely new set of courses.
You know, the move from high school to university can be a culture shock. It's a new environment, new friends, it's just new everything.
My fears about college were that I'll be sidetracked.
College it has different persons here from different backgrounds, so you really don't know what to expect or who you're speaking to.
I can guarantee you'll be entering an entirely new world. But don't be dismayed. I've carefully prepared 8 useful tips just for you so that your journey through university is as easy as ABC. Tip number 1, attend orientation. So you're in, accepted to the tertiary school of your choice. Next step, head to classes, right? Not so fast. Before hitting the books, there is one important step all first-year students should take.
It's best for you to take orientation. You are given opportunity to go across the campus, to visit the library, to visit the different food areas, to know where your faculty is, where you find the classrooms. So when you come on the first day of school, you will not be lost like I was.
Tip number 2, dress simply. Some tertiary institutions, such as teachers' colleges, may ask you to wear uniforms to school, but for most universities, there is no stipulated dress code. That, however, does not mean anything goes.
Oh, it's very important to dress simply. Heels would not be a good idea if you need to get from point A to point B and cover large distances. Jewelry, you know, should be simple and to a minimum, because you also don't want to attract, you know, thieves to your person. And you also want to be cool and comfortable as you walk through the campus.
Tip number 3, form positive student-lecturer relations. When you get to this level, the training wheels come off, so to speak.
Lecturers know they don't teach you as, you know, 1 + 1 is 2. Sometimes they give it to you as it is, and it is your job to go and find out more about the given area.
That means that knowledge will not be spoon-fed to you, and the lecturers won't be spending endless hours ensuring you're getting the most out of your university experience. That's your job. Each lecturer is likely to have office hours where you can have one-on-one discussion to clarify any issues you may have about the course. Additionally, some lecturers give students their contact information so they can consult with them outside of the office hours if necessary. Tip number 4, study, study, study. At college, it's imperative that you not only study, but study early and avoid overnight cramming before exams. You should always take detailed notes during lectures and tutorials so that you can read them over daily.
It's very important to study because at the end of the semester you have your end of year exams, which is really important.
It might be helpful to form productive study groups with peers and to find a suitable place on campus away from all the noise and distraction to study alone. Tip number 5, eat right. Living the university life can result in all sorts of unhealthy eating habits. Unavoidably tempted to by the many offerings of fast food meals and no adult supervision to keep you on track, your nutrition is solely your responsibility. Try to regularly cook healthy meals and consume as much vegetables and fruits as possible for a balanced diet. Tip number 6, practice safety measures. As the school year progresses, you may eventually have late night classes and studying on campus.
Ensure you have a friend with you. That's one main thing, and ensure that persons know where you're going to study or when you're coming from class late, stuff like that. So keep a friend informed about your whereabouts at night.
Tip number 7, manage your time well. Too often we see students get carried away at college. They want to attend every party and social event on campus and even those off campus. Some get so involved in clubs and societies that they don't have enough time to sleep, do laundry, study, visit home, do assignments, or even eat properly.
The balance is to be found in making sure that you attend classes, review your material, the academic material, and you set aside some time as well to enjoy those other co-curricular activities that will give you the roundedness that we desire in all our students.
Tip number 8, know thyself. Finally, going to college means that many of you will be off on your own for the first time, making your own decisions and setting your own agendas. But try to keep in mind the good morals and values that you learned from parents and relatives and remain true to yourself.
When you come to university or to college or wherever you go, I would tell them, just be yourself, be who you are. Don't try to change for the world, for anybody.
So there you go, guys. 8 important tips to keep in mind as you go off to college. Follow them and I'm sure they'll make your journey a lot better. All the best.
Got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself.
It's the event that both children and adults look forward to, the annual Grand Gala celebration of our independence at the National Stadium. This year was no different as the celebration was once again spectacular. Take a look.
teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company.
I saw my land in the morning, and oh, but she was fair. Her hills flamed upward, scorning death and failure here.
And at the highest point in the island stands the Blue and Jonker Mountains, a significant cultural and natural resource not only to our island, but to the rest of the world.
Marungan, oh Marungan, Marungan, oh Marungan. Maru left the pot on fire, Marungan. Maru left the pot on fire, Marungan. Let Africa be free, advance to meet the foe, advance to meet the foe, with the might of the red, the black and the green.
This carry-go bring up, my dear, it bring me strength. This carry-go bring up, my dear, it bring me strength. You're going from home to home, making disturbances. We need no light to see, you're making disturbances.
Give me the girl with the buckle and the girl, she's a moving like electric. She's so good. You don't want to lose it. It's electric. You can't choose it. It's electric. But you know it's there. Here, there, and everywhere. Hola, hola, eh. Hola, hola, eh. Hola, hola, eh. Hola, hola, eh.
This is how we close the show for today, but you can stay connected via our website www.jis.gov.jm. Keep sending your feedback to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or a tweet at JIS News. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. On behalf of the production crew, I'm Arroyo Eubanks. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.